Machair is a unique and rare coastal system found only in Ireland and Scotland. The word Machair itself comes from Scottish Gaelic and shares the same origin as our Irish word Machaire, which means low-lying grassy plain. In Ireland, it is found on the northwest Atlantic coast, from Connemara to Donegal. The names for Machair varies within this region, and this is even reflected in the names of several townlands found here. Whatever name we use, Machair sites present complex, cultural farming systems, born in places where the dramatic wind and waves of the Atlantic have created the perfect conditions for wind-blown sand to settle as a blanket along the coast, allowing our unique species-rich grassy plain to develop in the shelter provided by our dune systems, while also creating a mosaic of dry and wetland habitats within the wider Machair landscape system. As well as being unique and special, the diversity of habitats within Machair systems supports equally unique and precious wildlife. In particular, they provide an important refuge for threatened breeding bird species and pollinators in Ireland. The Life on Machair project focuses on those nationally threatened breeding bird species and pollinating insect groups. Other words used to describe these areas in Ireland are Dua, Dui, Duacha and Morva. The names used vary regionally, and in Mayo, for example, the widely used term on the Mullet Peninsula and Achill Island for Machair areas is Sandy Banks. There are similar names across counties, reflecting in townlands like Dewey and Dewey, which refers to its use as a commonage grazing land and or the dune system it is comprised of. Several bird species that were once more common in the Machair landscape are now rare or in decline. Birds such as dunlin, redshank and lapwing rely on this unique habitat to breed and find food as well, using it as a refuge from intensively farmed and drained wetland areas. Pollinators such as the great yellow bumblebee and the northern Collete's solitary bee occur only in Machair sites, further highlighting their important role in supporting our national biodiversity. Machair systems also benefit humans, providing an array of ecosystem services such as supporting farming through the grazing of animals, water flow regulation that can reduce the risk of flooding and sediment trapping, pollination, soil health, coastal protection and cultural and social heritage. In recent decades, Machair sites have become valuable recreational areas and popular for tourists from far and wide. Machair systems have therefore been providing a support to humans for millennia. The ways we farm and use these areas have changed dramatically in the last 50 years. The resulting changes have damaged Machair systems, ultimately resulting in less suitable sites for ground nesting birds and reducing the food available for pollinators such as bees and butterflies. The Life on Machair project was developed to work with farmers, landowners and local communities in a bid to protect and restore Ireland's network of Machair systems. Getting the balance right for the future sustainable farming and recreational tourism related use of Machair systems against the backdrop of climate change is a unique objective of Life on Machair, a 6-year project funded by the EU LIFE programme that began in 2022. There are 9 target areas in the project, ranging from Connemara and Galway to Hornhead and Donegal. These target areas represent a sample of Machair sites in Ireland, selected for their importance for breeding waders and pollinators. Each of the Life on Machair sites are special areas of conservation, and 4 of the sites overlap with special protection areas. The dedicated Life on Machair project team will seek to build on the successes of locally adapted programmes, including European innovation partnerships and other life projects active in these areas such as Corn Creek Life and Wild Atlantic Nature Life IP, in assisting farmers and other stakeholders to forge sustainable farming and tourism that supports rural communities. The overall objectives of the Life on Machair project are to improve the conservation status of Ireland's Machair grassland and fixed dune habitats, and by doing so improve the ecological conditions for breeding waders and pollinators.